Hello and welcome to another episode. This one is how to protect your EV6 against theft, or try to. I did a bit about using Valet Mode before and things you can do, but there was an article in the press last week, or the week before, in This Is Money, about my 45,000 Kia was stolen and I tracked where the thieves took it from on holiday, but the police still can't find it. It doesn't actually go into much detail on whether or not he had Valet Mode enabled, or whether or not he used signal blockers and Faraday boxes or cases or what. But I've got a few trips away in the car, and one of them's in London, so it started me thinking, should I be taking more precautions? It would seem that electric cars seem to be more popular for thieves because of the shortage of parts at the moment, and they seem to be able to make more out of it. So this story is worth a read, and I'll put the links to this in the description and you can work your way through it. There's another link in there for the three main ways of attack for car thieves. First is relay attack. It's where they put a laptop or a device in between your key and the house, or they get close enough to the keys that are not protected, and because the signal is sometimes always on, it unlocks the car or starts the car. The second one is key cloning. That's where nefarious people can set up a spare key, maybe a dodgy garage or something like that. But that can also be done via the OBD and the Canbus. The third one is signal blocking. That's where thieves put a signal blocking device and you think you've locked your car, but you've left it open. I'd also put the fourth one, Canbus attacks. That's using the OBD port or the Canbus wiring to tap into it and inject commands into the car systems. My mantra when I was working in IT, I worked in IT for 34 years, there is no such thing as 100% security. You're a fool if you think there is. Thieves will always find a way, but all we can do is mitigate, try and mitigate the various ways of attacking the car or getting into the car. So what can we do to protect the cars? Why don't Kia just have a pin protected start sequence like Tesla does? I don't know. I mean, even if Tesla had patented their version of it, they opened their patent up as far as I know, so I'm not sure why Kia wouldn't do this. It would make a lot of sense and save us a lot of grief. So the next best thing is pin protected Valet Mode, and that keeps the tracker running, so it makes it harder or impossible for them to disable without disconnecting the battery. The only downside of that is if the car's not driven for a week, then it loses contact and it has to be driven before Kia Connect shows at location. My personal tip is, if you're only popping out to the car, use Kia Connect to lock and unlock the car, and that saves any risk to the key relay attacks or anything like that. Also use the door touchpad to lock the car instead of pressing the key lock button. I think there are two ways that the key works on my EV6. There's the long range one where you press the open and close buttons, that works from a distance, and then there's a close-up, like maybe an NFC thing where you get close to the car and it pops the handles. The closer you are to the car, the less likely that is to be intercepted, so that's why I suggest using the touchpad to lock instead of the car key. Next we're up to physical security, so wheel clamps, which are inconvenient. You can also get OBD locks. Maybe talk about OBD and the problem. The system that connects to, which is the Canbus, was invented in the 80s and 1980s and has no built-in security whatsoever. So all it takes is connection to the OBD port, or even tapping into a headlight wire, and thieves can inject commands to start the car or do whatever they want, if they know what they're doing. I'll put another two links to stuff on the OBD and Canbus also in the description. So what have I done? I'm going to London on Wednesday and my car's going to be in an underground garage and I need to do more. So I think I've read somewhere that Kia didn't recommend putting a steering lock on this, but sod that. I've read and done some research of what people have been buying and what will actually fit. So I bought Stop Lock Pro Elite steering lock, which is this massive lump here. The only problem is they recommend attaching it that way, and it's a bit too big to fit, so I have to adjust the steering wheel level to get it on and slightly turn the steering wheel. So lower it down and turn the steering wheel that way. And that's it on, but the more I put it on, the more I'll get used to it. So this is what I've done. It's up to you which particular way you want to try and protect your car. But as I've said, OBD locks, the problem with that is you can lock the port, but if someone can tap into the wiring anywhere in the car, they can override the port. So I wouldn't use an OBD lock. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.